Hello everyone, welcome to Grace Hollow Rabbitry and welcome to Northwest Arkansas. I'm PJ and I run an ARBA rabbitry. I raise commercial meat breed rabbits. I raise New Zealand's, black, blue, and broken, and I raise silver fox in black, blue, and I plan to start a broken program with them this year. Hello everyone and good morning. Today is January 1st, 2019. So Happy New Year to you all. I wish you all many happiness, health, and blessings for 2019. I hope your new year is filled with rainbows and butterflies. So today is also day 3 of Baby Watch. And I've already took a look at the does, and Shawnee and Dodie, neither one have kindled any kits. So day 3, no kits. Most likely they have skipped. I'm going to leave the nest box in for another day or two, and if they surprise me, I will be sure to bring the camera out and show you. But I don't expect any more babies for a few more days. Now Blue Cheese is due, I think she is due January 5th, so we will be giving her a nest box tomorrow, and we will start Baby Watch. Now I won't do any filming unless she has them early, but on the 5th we'll start coming out here and checking the box religiously to make sure. Hopefully Blue Cheese will give us a litter. But what I did want to do today is go ahead, it did drop down pretty cold last night, and I noticed the queen here, she has pulled a lot of her hay out of the box, and well, it appears that she's pulled a lot of hay out of the box and put it in her cage with her. So I just want to check on these babies and make sure we're still doing okay. Now the queen's supposed to have 8 and Washita has 9. So let's go ahead and do a baby check on these guys just to make sure everyone is warm and still alive. I'm a little nervous about this one because the hay, I don't know, I mean moms tend to know what they're doing. Maybe it was so packed that they were overheating, so she pulled it out. I don't know. But I don't know. Let's just take a check and take a look and check and see what's going on here. Let's see. Well, I tell you what, my hand's in there, and boy, let me tell you, those babies are mighty warm. Let's go ahead and take them out. I don't feel anything cold. Let's make it quick. There's one. There's 2. That's a little monster right there. He's got a big old belly. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. Boy, let me tell you, these boogers are toasty. They've got my hand warm. 6. 7. And there we go. We have all 8. They tell you they've got a tiny little nest in here, and they're just all bundled up, and they're just buried in that hole, and got fur lined under them and fur all over them. And you know, a few more days, these guys are going to start having fur on them, and we won't have. You know what? The back of that box is actually wet. That has to be heat generated from these babies, making that cold metal sweat. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not. You know, that could explain what happened to Everlong's. Now, I didn't think to check the very back of the box, but that could explain Everlong's, because she had those 5, and it was a nice nest, and yet they were froze, and I just couldn't quite understand that. But you know, I'm not kidding you. Let me see the top of that box. Can you see the glistening on my fingertips? That's moisture from the top of that box. That is, that has to be the cold metal with the steam from those babies. I mean, I'm telling you, I put my hand in there and they were warm. No wonder Mom pulled some hay out. I wonder if maybe... I'm going to leave it alone and trust Mom, but I'm going to kind of pack that down and maybe give some airflow up there. I'm not sure that being wet back there is a good thing. That's interesting. I'm going to have to watch that and see how that plays out. Alright, and then that brings us to Washita, and she's curious as ever. And I tell you, I don't like having all this hay in their cages because it doesn't allow the poop to fall, and that creates a dirty, wet, unsanitary condition. I don't like that, but until it warms up, I'm really not sure I have much other choice. The first thing I'm going to do is check this. You know, I've got the same thing here. The roof of the metal box is wet. So anyway, we have 9 little kits. Let's see if we can get in there and check them out. Boy, there's not a lot of room to put babies in here, so I got to try to find room. Oh, I didn't mean to scare you, Washita. I reached down to pet her, and she wasn't expecting it. She jumped. Sweet mama. A sweet baby girl. I tell you what, this is... blows my mind, this girl. She is the sweetest rabbit. I just love her. And she just loves to be petted. And you know, I've told the story before. I'm not sure this litter that she was out of, it was her, Maggie, and 4 others. And that litter was just a crazy litter. But I really liked Maggie, and I really liked Washita, and so I kept them, and I put a lot of time into Washita because I really love this doe. She used to just freak out every time you touched her. You couldn't handle her, you couldn't touch her, you couldn't... I mean, no, she wasn't mean or aggressive. She was just very, very timid, and she would just totally freak out. And so I spent months carrying her around the rabbitry, and when I was at shows, I'd tuck her in my arm like a football, and I'd carry her around the show lot, and I just put a lot of time into caring for her, and loving on her, and carrying her around, and putting up with a whole lot of misbehavior. Called for a lot of patience, which, you know, guys, if you know me very well at all, I'll be the first one to admit patience is not my virtue. And so, but I really like this doe, and I knew I probably should call her, but I just couldn't do it. And I tell you what, she has turned out to be the most fabulous rabbit. And now, I mean, she's just, well, an awesome doe. I just love her. Anyway, we don't want these babies to get chilled. They feel nice and warm. Let's go ahead. These guys were kindled yesterday, so they're a day old. There's 1. There's 2. I'm going to do this quickly. 3. They're kind of squeaking at me, and that's got Mom's interest. So hopefully she won't think I'm hurting them. There's 4. And there's 5 and 6. I brought 2 out at a time. Let's see. 7, 8, and 9. So we should have 5 black. 1, yep, they're all there. Okay. Boy, that's a tight space, but boy, and Washita just done real great. I mean, all right, I'm going to touch you again, and yeah, there we go. She did great. She heard them squeaking, and she wasn't crazy about it. She watched me and even nuzzled my hand a few times to make sure I wasn't doing anything I wasn't supposed to, but she was very tolerant. A good mama. Yeah, I'm making your food fall down, girl. There you go. There you go, pretty girl. All right, so there we have it. Both litters of wigglers made it through the night. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you'll be notified of the next video release. Down below, I'm going to leave a couple of links for you. One will be to my webpage, which will have photos of the brood team. It will also have show results and my show schedule for 2019. Be sure to check that out. I'm also going to leave a link to my fan page where you can see what rabbits I have available and little day-to-day comments and photographs that happen on the rabbitry every day. Be sure to collect your rainbows and don't forget to share them with me right there on the fan page. Thanks for watching, and until we speak again, God bless.